Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's JPRPT98's, and I hope you guys all had a great time over whatever holiday you were celebrating during the past week or month or however long it's been, whether it's Hanukkah or Christmas or Kwanzaa or whatever. I don't even know. There's probably some other ones that I probably missed. I don't know. But anyway, it's been a long time since my last top 10 on Johto, which was like a month ago. I don't even know, but put out a couple more videos before 2013 ends, and then get right back on it when 2014 begins, because that's just gonna be a load of fun. I cannot wait for 2014. But anyway, enough from me. Let's get into this. The top 10 for the Hoenn region. Number 10, Armaldo. Before Armaldo and Credilli, we only had 3 fossil Pokemon, Amistar, Kabutops, and Aerodactyl. Both Kabutops and Aerodactyl looked like they would be very offensive, very attacking Pokemon, while Amistar and Credilli look like they're very defensive Pokemon. However, what I like about Armaldo is that he looks like he can deal a lot of damage and then take a good amount of damage, and his stats reflect that. He is kind of slow, but he is able to function as both a wall and an attacker. So that's what I like about Armaldo. He's been great for me in NU battling, and he's just an awesome Pokemon. I mean, I don't know how else to describe him. Number 9, Groudon. Now, I know I try to keep legendaries off these lists, but, you know, some of them are just too awesome to keep off the list, like Ho-Oh on the last list, Groudon on this list, so I apologize for the legendaries in this list if you guys don't like that. But anyway, I just love Groudon because he's kind of the underdog. Everybody kind of favors Kyogre because, oh, Kyogre, he's a water type, so he can kick Groudon's butt any day because Groudon's a ground type. But you know what? I figured it out this way, okay? I live on the land, I like the land, therefore I like Groudon. So that's the way I look at it, man. Plus, Groudon was pretty much like the first like monstrous legendary we ever got. I mean, previously you had like Mewtwo and little guys like Mew and Celebi, then you had the birds and all, and they were cool and all, but none of them were like as beastly as this. This guy is like a full-grown monster. I mean, this is the first one we ever saw. Kyogre was not as monsterish, and Rayquaza's kind of in the middle. I'll give him that. But Groudon truly does look like some sort of like monstrous ancient powerhouse. It's just amazing. I've always lived a design since I was a little kid, and I still do. Groudon, you're awesome. Number 8, Tropius. I will never forget the first time I saw Tropius in the wild. It's like Route 118 in Hoenn, where, you know, all the rain's coming down all the time. And basically, you know, on that route, you're seeing like Oddish, Zigzagoon, maybe Linoon. It's like, okay, this is a bunch of boring crap. And then, all of a sudden, you see Tropius out of nowhere. This guy's like a 9% chance of encountering him, 9 or 10, something like that. But it's pretty rare on that route, but it is just amazing, especially when you compare it to the little stuff that you find on that route. I mean, you're in the rainforest, you know, looking for something awesome like this, and this is what you get. It is just amazing. I mean, you don't see this guy anytime before that rainforest, I think, so yeah, I definitely remember the first time I saw Tropius in Pokemon Ruby, and it was amazing. Number 7. It's a freaking shark! Number 6. Swellow. To me, Swellow was the first bird that actually looked cool and it was powerful. With all new things that were introduced in Generation 3, like abilities like Guts or double battles and moves like Facade, Swellow really could shine. You could actually turn this guy into a powerhouse. He may have just been like a normal flying type like all the previous birds, but still, you could use him a lot better than the other birds. I mean, come on, he could learn Steel Wings so he could take out those rock-type Pokemon that, you know, Noctowl and Pidgeot had trouble with before. And again, I love Swellow's design. Noctowl was kind of, like, not very intimidating at all, and then Pidgeot always looked kind of funky with that bacon hair and whatnot. So, Swellow gets an A+ in his design, and he is very powerful. I love him. Number 5. Uh-oh, guess what day it is? It's Sunday, actually. Or Monday for Australia. But I'm recording this on a Sunday, and it might not get uploaded till Monday. Okay, you know what? I'm just going too deep into that. But anyway, Camerupt is awesome because if you were back in Generation 1 or 2 and you closed your eyes and you thought of a camel Pokemon, Would you ever think of something that looked as awesome as Camerupt? This is where I really gotta praise the creators, because they did an awesome job with Camerupt. I mean, seriously, if I tried to make a camo Pokemon, it would look a lot stupider than Camerupt. Camerupt actually looks cool. So whoever it was that made Camerupt, give that guy a raise. He needs it. Number 4. Zangoose. Zangoose is another awesomely designed Pokemon. I just love that tough look that he has with all those scars on him from battling with Viper. It's just a pretty cool Pokemon to look at. His stats do kind of suck later on in the game, but when you first get him around the 4th gym, I believe it is, he really is a powerhouse with that massive 115 attack stat. So, you know, you could use like Swords Dance and then moves like Crush Claw or Strength or Facade. This guy could do some work. Number 3. Grovyle. I've always loved Grovyle's sleek and fast design. I mean, it just looks awesome compared to the other two in my opinion. I'm sorry if you like Trico and Sceptile, but I really just like Grovyle out of the 3 of them. Sceptile gets a little bit too big in my opinion. He kind of loses that fast look that he has, even though he is a fast Pokemon. And Trico, just, I don't know about Trico, but Grovyle actually looks very cool. If this guy was not a Snore Pokemon, I would use him all the time, just for his design. Plus, I always loved Ash's Grovyle in the anime. I'd always shoot on that twig and it would use Leaf Blade with leaves on its arms. That was pretty cool to me as a kid, so Grovyle, you're pretty awesome. Number 2. Blaziken. Okay, a lot of you guys probably saw this coming. Just about everybody who has a Hoenn list puts Blaziken on here because Blaziken is amazing. You cannot deny it. I mean, when you see this guy in the Destiny Deoxys movie and he's like jumping over skyscrapers and whatnot, whatever he's doing in that movie, he's just a total boss. I mean, that movie just made him look way too cool, I'm not even gonna lie. And plus, when Blaziken was a firefighting type, it was actually cool. When they did it with Infernape, it was like, okay, that's alright, but you know, it'd be nice to see a different type. And then they did it with Emboar, and everybody's like, okay, you know what, this just doesn't work. Because Emboar did not use the firefighting thing very well. But Blaziken, he was fast, he had an awesome attack, he could take full advantage of that firefighting status. He's a powerhouse, and most importantly, he's the first Pokemon you get at the beginning of the journey. Number 1. Absol. My story for Absol is actually quite similar to Tropius. I believe you first find Absol on Route 119. I'm sorry if I might be getting these route numbers wrong. If you want to correct me, then go ahead, I don't really care. But anyway, like Tropius, I do not think you see this guy anywhere in the journey until you actually encounter him in the wild. And once again, he is among a bunch of weak Pokemon on that route, like Zigzagoon, Oddish, Marill, just this little stuff that you've been seeing the entire game. And when he comes out of that grass and you see this guy for the first time, your mind is blown. It's like Tropius all over again, except this guy can actually be good. Tropius kind of loses his touch after a while, I'll be honest. I did not use Tropius on my team all that much. I mean, he was not even a good fly slave. I used Swillow for that. Absol is an awesome physical attacker, just like Zangoose, except he can actually do good as the game goes on. He is a dark type, so that is a lot better than normal type. And you guys know Generation 6 Mega Absol is like the best looking Mega there is. That Magic Bounce ability though, that is amazing. I was very satisfied with Mega Absol, and it really did re-spark my love for Absol. So Absol is an amazing Pokemon, and I love using him.